My son's band secretly kicked him out, so he performed solo and completely destroyed their showcase. My son, Declan, had played with the same 4 guys since freshman year. 3 years of rehearsals in our garage, weekend gigs at the youth center, a group thread that never stopped pinging his phone. The kind of band that felt like a second family when you're young enough to think loyalty is automatic. In March, the pinging stopped. Declan didn't mention it at first, but I noticed. The garage stayed quiet on weekends. He stopped wearing the band hoodie. He'd come to dinner and eat without saying much, and I'd watch him and feel the shape of something wrong before I understood what it was. Fathers recognize silence. We just take longer to say so. A week later I found out. The other 4 had formed a separate planning thread without him. They'd registered for the regional youth showcase as a quartet, rebranded the name slightly, booked rehearsals at a new location. Connor, the one who'd been Declan's closest friend since middle school, had apparently decided Declan's sound was pulling the group in the wrong direction. That was the phrase he used when Declan finally asked. We feel like the sound is pulling in different directions. 11 words to end 3 years. I wanted to call Connor's father. The heat that moved through my chest was the specific kind that belongs to a parent watching their child get discarded by someone who used to eat at our table. Declan put his hand on my arm. Don't, Dad. That's what he wants. He wants me to disappear quietly or make a scene. I'm not doing either. He looked steadier than I felt at 46. He didn't try to join a different group. He spent 3 weekends alone in the garage reworking his original compositions, songs he'd written that the band had never used because Connor said they were too personal for a group sound. He recorded rough versions on his phone. He registered for the showcase as a solo acoustic act under his own name. The entry cost him $40 and every bit of nerve he had. He borrowed my old acoustic, the one with the worn frets I'd played in my 20s and hadn't touched since. He restrung it himself, adjusted the action, practiced until the calluses on his fingers split and healed and split again. He ironed his own shirt the night of the show. Didn't ask me to. Just did it. I drove him to the venue. He asked me to drop him at the side entrance. I watched him walk in alone. Shoulders straight. No earbuds, no distraction. Just a guitar case and somewhere to be. Inside, the 4-piece formerly known as his band was set up near the back corner. New logo on the kick drum, matching jackets. They watched him check in at the registration table. I know because Declan told me later. None of them said anything to him. He went on 4th. Solo acoustic, 1 original, 1 arrangement, 6 minutes total. By the second verse of the first song the room had shifted. That particular quiet that happens when people stop talking and start actually listening. He played like someone with nothing left to protect and everything to say. His voice didn't waver. His hands didn't shake. He finished and the applause started before the last note had fully left the room. 3 people filmed it. By the next afternoon those clips had been shared across every local music page that covered the youth circuit. One caption read simply, "Who is this kid and where has he been?" The band performed 7th. Their set was clean, practiced, forgettable. The comments on their clips were polite. The comments on Declan's were something else. Connor texted him that night. Saw the videos. "You sounded good." Declan read it and set the phone down without responding. 2 weeks later, at a follow-up community show, 2 of the 4 pulled Declan aside near the sound booth. The kind of apology that starts with "we were in a difficult position" and never quite arrives at "I'm sorry. We didn't know how to tell you," one of them said. Connor kind of made the call and we just went along. Declan looked at them. He didn't raise his voice. He said, "You had 3 weeks between the decision and the registration deadline. Any one of you could have texted me privately. I would have listened. You didn't text. That's not being stuck. That's choosing." He picked up his guitar case and went to sound check. They watched from the audience that night. The regional showcase coordinator reached out the following month. She wanted to book him for the summer series, 3 dates, paid. He said yes before she finished the sentence. The band dissolved quietly by June. Connor moved to a different school district. The matching jackets stopped appearing at local shows. Declan framed the showcase program. His name, Solo, printed in plain black text. It's hanging above the garage door where the band used to rehearse. He put it there himself. Didn't mention it. Just did it.